This time on Inside Utah Mammoth, a new season and a new energy in the National Hockey League.
Last year, we knew that we were good, but I guess maybe the rest of the league, didn't really know.
We want to make playoffs. We feel like our club's good enough to make the playoffs, and we're going to push.
For 20-year-old Dmitri Simashev, the NHL is the ultimate test, and he's ready to show Utah what he's made of.
Every kid, since he's started to play hockey, his dream is to be an NHL player. I think for me, be here actually now, this is only the start.
The young Russian isn't the only one making noise. Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley just brought home World Championship gold for Team USA.
To win gold, I think it was 92 years, and to bring it back to US soil, it's pretty special, and something, like I said, I'm going to remember forever.
It's good to go through that and playing those big games that do matter.
Plus, a good time at Topgolf with some of the Mammoth's biggest fans.
I usually lose money while playing golf, so it's a nice little change for once.
You realize they're just like us, they're not as tall when they're not on skates, and they're walking around with stitches on their noses and bruises.
All that and more on this edition of Inside Utah Mammoth. Next.
And oh, do we love to see that!
Hello, I'm Jeff Rainier. Welcome to Inside Utah Mammoth. A new National Hockey League season is here, the second in the Beehive State and the first with a permanent identity. A new year means there are new expectations. This club played meaningful games in the inaugural season. Now they're ready to take the next step.
Now a chance, Nick Schmaltz. Schmaltz to the front, they score! OT winner! Mikhail Sergachev, let's get out of here and let's go home!
Year one in Utah, in my view, it was incredible.
Yeah.
So what is the expectation in year two?
We have high expectations for the club. I think for us, we want to make playoffs.
3 seconds to go, Gunther, he shoots, he scores! Dylan Gunther, oh my! You've got to be kidding! Game winner!
There's a little more expectations on us. I think last year, we knew that we were good, but I guess maybe the rest of the league, didn't really know. But the collective goal is to make the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. That's, where you want to be. That's, when all the eyes are on you and the biggest games and, the memories that I remember as a kid watching the playoffs. So that's definitely something that we want to be a part of.
How close do you feel like this team is to getting there?
We're at the point where, we want to make the playoffs, or, I think it's not a great season. So I think we have the right team to do it, the right guys in this locker room to make sure we're pushing for it, and but not only get to the playoffs, but hopefully win in the playoffs also.
Cooley scores! Logan Cooley!
Collectively, I think we're talking about consistency of our play, and that's a big step that we have to take.
Mikhail Sergachev, OT winner on the Wasatch Front!
Obviously, a playoff is a baseline, but don't really want to talk about it anymore because that was the mantra last year, playoff. Yeah, it's just taking the right steps at the right time.
There's excitement and hope. That's what we had before. I feel right now it's excitement and confidence. Confident in knowing what's the task ahead, what we need to do to succeed in our task, and what has to be done. So there's a different level of confidence. I think we're really comfortable in our skin. We're really comfortable of who we are as a team, and we're confident. Nate Schmidt, first-time Stanley Cup champion.
Nate Schmidt compared what you have here in Utah to what he saw in Florida. Do you see that comparison?
I do. I think there's a great culture here. Coach has done an incredible job at being consistent with that culture and bringing it along. It's something that grows every year. I think as your players go home for the summer, some of our guys are 20, 21, 22, 23, they mature quick in that summer. They realize, hey, I want this team to be better. I want a chance to get into the playoffs. And they just continue to push that culture.
Every summer you try to get better at your game and come in and hope your teammates did the same. You know, I came in this year like 2 weeks ago and I saw progression from some of the guys. It just feels great, it gives you confidence, and talking to coaches and GM feels like guys are taking the right approach to improve.
We have a lot of talent in the room. What's only going to make us better is our experience. And now that we're all a year older, a year better, and a year more experienced, I think we have to let that help us grow.
Dursey shoots, he scores! Sean Dursey!
Obviously now with a new set of expectations coming in, we have to use our experience to help us rise to that occasion.
We have a special group, I think, guys that have played big games, guys that have won Stanley Cups, and guys that have really bought in since day one. Just super excited to have a special group of guys. I think you don't find that everywhere, so I'm thankful for that, and we're just going to do everything we can to push and get better.
82 games for the Mammoth to reach their goals and introduce Utah to the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's going to be a great ride. Dmitri Simashev is one of the new faces that Bill Armstrong and company have high hopes for. We'll learn more about his story next on Inside Utah Mammoth.
I'm from small city, it's Kostroma, in Russia. The hockey was like nothing in this city when I was growing up. I don't need a helmet, yeah? We'll take that. You can do it. I was speaking with the mom, like before the game. She said, "Oh, try to not say the bad words. Say like, Mom." You think I would think about Mike like in a warm-up? Yes. Can I skate on a warm-up without helmet? Like, all skate. Let's do it. 5 minutes today. March, come on, March, sir. Find me tonight. Yeah, find me.
Let's go, bro. Have some fun.
I'm going.
Get that chin strap tighter, bud. Get it tight. Smitty.
Lead the way, baby.
Let's go!
Dmitri Simashev arriving in Utah this summer was one of the most exciting developments for the Mammoth during the offseason. Fans can't wait to see him here inside on the ice. The young Russian made the team out of training camp. Now he's ready to make his mark in the National Hockey League.
Dmitri Simashev jumps off the page.
When I was a kid, I didn't watch hockey a lot because I was a kid, so I watched the cartoons, so you know this.
He's looked like a veteran out there.
He's been a pro for the last 2 years, and he's got all the tools. Obviously, he can skate, shoot, move the puck. He's really good at everything.
Check out the reach of Simashev here. Might have saved a goal.
I'm from small city, it's Kostroma, in Russia. The hockey was like nothing in this city when I was growing up. This is like crazy practice every day. You don't have gym, you have just running like an athlete. Every time just the guys, they has good sticks already. I just play with good stick because my dad, he wanted to used to play with the bad stick. When I will buy you a good stick, you will kill them.
Who are some of the players that you looked up to?
Nicholas Lindstrom, because my dad likes him. But actually, when I just started to watch hockey when I was 14, maybe 13 years old, Erik Karlsson. And then I really actually enjoyed to watch Rasmus Dahlin.
He's a rookie on this squad and he's trying to make a good impression. Well, one of the reasons that he's been able to do so is be able to rely heavily on Mikhail Sergachev.
Thank you him for his help, because I hang out with him whole summer, training with him, I don't know, go to the dinner, go to party, all this stuff. He's one of the best friends for me now.
Simashev did live with Sergachev, or rather at his house during the off-season, and took care of his chickens, made sure his car was gassed up, and everything was safe and secure at the Sergachev household.
He's going to leave soon, I hope. He's going to get a letter and get his own apartment.
It's unreal, actually. He's one of the best defensemen in the NHL for sure, for me. To be every day with him in his routine, just watch how he's living in his house, just off the ice, for me it's really good. If someone said me 2 years ago, you'll be living with Sergachev in one house and just to play with him, I said what are you talking about? You're tripping, what?
It's fun, living with him. He's very helpful at the house, and just fun to be around.
Your rosters are due today.
Yeah.
I understand we have a new young Russian on the roster.
Thanks, the Bill. Thanks to coaches, thanks to like organization. The job is not finished. Only the start now. I need to prove every day like I'm in a team.
Our whole thought process, if he can help us win, he's in, and he's done that.
What did Sergachev say to you?
Good for you. That's it. Good for you. That's exactly what I said, man.
The way he played, the way he skate, the way he defend, the way he can pass the puck made a difference.
And boys, he looked good.
He proved he can play that league right away. So I think his last 2 years in pro hockey helped, and you can see it, you can feel it. He was in a mission.
Obviously still super young.
Can't wait to see how he does tonight.
Being able to, help him out day to day and kind of take that experience that we all have, and kind of show him. And Sergey's helping him out too, fellow Russian. So he's got a lot of guys supporting him.
Happy for him. I remember myself making the team twice in Montreal and Tampa, and how anxious and excited and all the spectrum of emotions I had.
He's going to be a big part of our future, and I'm happy for him. And now the real grind of the season starts, and obviously it's a long season. I remember my first year, it's tough on the body, but he seems mature, and he'll be just fine.
Every kid, since he started to play hockey, his dream is to be an NHL player. This is only the start.
He's already making a big impression early in his NHL career. Next on Inside Utah Mammoth, Captain Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley etched their names in U.S. ice hockey history this year at the IIHF World Championships.
Just to be captain and win for the first time in 92 years was pretty special, and something I'll remember forever.
I think anytime you could represent your country on a world stage like that, it's obviously a true honor.
I like your leadership style. The C might be for chill. You're just so relaxed all the time and so laid back. Is that just your natural, personality?
I guess so. When I'm not on the ice, yeah, I would say so for sure. When I get on the ice, I'm ultra competitive and always want to be the best. So that's just how I've been. But yeah, I definitely say I'm more shy, laid back when I'm off the ice.
The captain, Clayton Keller.
An unbelievable talent. A guy that works extremely hard at the game, and someone who I look up to, and just the way he leads. He's maybe not the loudest guy in the locker room, but he does his leading by playing the right way, competing every game, every practice.
A warrior returning to the game.
Allows us to kind of follow his lead and want to follow what he's doing.
A 30-plus goal scorer on a regular basis. 3 straight seasons. He got to 90 points last year.
When we talk about the captaincy, to make sure he stay focused and be capable of doing his duty as a captain, but performing as the leader he is offensively for us. And he did an amazing job. Look, his production was great.
What a night for Clayton Keller. High fives, you better believe it.
I said it many times last year. The fact he was groomed into it, it did not happen suddenly. It were years of prep, talking. How will you react in that situation? What should be expected in that situation, and et cetera, et cetera. He was mature, ready for the situation.
Named captain prior to the first season in Utah, and he has not looked back.
I do believe I have another level, and I'm super excited and looking forward to it and going out there and doing it.
Clayton Keller became Utah's first ever captain heading into last season, and he met expectations wearing the C. He also held captain duties for his country for the U.S. in the 2025 IIHF World Championships, a run the St. Louis Kid and Logan Cooley won't soon forget.
Out for Cooley, ahead to Thompson. Tage Thompson with Logan Cooley. Thompson in, shoots, scores! Tage Thompson, golden goal! And the United States has won the World Hockey Championship.
One goal, I think it was like 92 years, and to bring it back to U.S. soil, it's pretty special, and something, like I said, I'm going to remember forever.
Clayton Keller, the U.S. captain.
Just to be captain and win for the first time in 92 years was pretty special, and something I'll remember forever.
There's the captain, Clayton Keller, a little bank pass off the backboards and the fadeaway, finds some loose ice. That's a great job. Eyes up, there's the little sauce pass, and that's a great release.
It was obviously nice to not coach against them and coach with them and be on the same bench as them.
These top 3 forwards on the top line for the U.S. play off of each other extremely well.
I think anytime you could represent your country on a world stage like that, it's obviously a true honor.
Keller fake the shot. Now he scores! Clayton Keller goes top shelf, his first of the tournament.
It was a great experience. I had been, a couple times prior to that, and was a bit younger and a little bit different of a role.
Coming off his best year in the NHL, Captain Clayton Keller leads an American side looking to end their gold medal drought.
This time I was super excited, and we had a great team. Lots of players that I was, familiar with.
Now Clayton Keller looking to get loose. Keller throws it out front, they score!
Coaching staff as well, they were awesome.
Special players, skilled players. Obviously, Kel's being the captain, did a lot of good things for us on and off the ice, helped bring the group together.
A long distance Keller shot finds the empty net.
Cool's first line center, drove our team really in a way we wanted to play.
That's an excellent pass. Logan Cooley right to the strike zone.
Can't thank those guys enough for what they did, and they laid it on the line, and I think that's something that they'll remember forever.
The United States has won the World Hockey Championship.
Winning is an habit, so every time you can be in those pressure situations, you can put pressure on yourself as much as you want. It's different when you are in those elimination games, when you are in those pressure games.
And away we go, the gold medal game is underway.
Those guys got better each and every game, and I think that's what the best players do. When the bright lights are on, they play their best.
The march of progress for Utah and growth doesn't start with just the young guys, but also with the veteran Clayton Keller.
Anytime you play in those high pressure situations, you feel the pressure, and that's good. You have to experience it. You can't just show up.
Keller works it, scores! That was in! Clayton Keller has won it in overtime! Oh my!
You don't really know what to expect, so I think it's good to go through that and play in those big games that do matter.
You want to talk about how to win a playoff game? This is the recipe.
I always say confidence comes from a source, and I believe in that confidence of our players have won before. And I always say this: you don't teach a baby shark how to bite; they know how to bite, and our guys know how to win. It's just going to take a little bit of time for us to bring all that out and get up to NHL elite standards.
What a season and what a career ahead for Logan Cooley.
Anytime you could win in this game, it's a huge honor, and when we won, it's makes you hungry to wanting to keep winning and eventually do it here and hopefully win a Stanley Cup one day.
It'll be exciting to see how Keller and Cooley bring that winning mentality into this NHL season in Utah. Before the season started, the Mammoth spent an evening at Topgolf with some of their biggest fans. That's next on Inside Utah Mammoth.
For us to come out, to meet the people, to be a part of the community, it's the least we can do.
Okay, show me your badge. You guys are good?
We wanted to make sure we got the best pick of the jerseys that they have.
If you're not first, you're last.
If they're not violent, you put it back because it's not sewn. Yeah.
Just seeing like the tusk and everything with it, it was like really cool to see. Just that now we finally have like a branding with this team, so now it's really cool to like represent that around the world.
I didn't want them to sell out. I didn't want to wait, like first drop, wanted to be here.
I love it. I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of their secondary logos, like the U and the tusk, look really, really cool. Lots of different gear options you can support the team with.
I think they hit a grand slam. I really do. And I mean, you just looking at the logo, I think they hit it out of the park in terms of the design, but the different little Easter eggs with the shape of Utah towards the top of the head, the U with the tusk. So and all of it encompassing in something that has deep roots here in Utah.
Just like new.
It's electrifying to see the support for the Mammoth already, with so many fans wearing their favorite player's jersey. The team helped stoke the fire for this season with some of their biggest fans by hosting them at Topgolf for a fun night out and to raise money for the SEG Foundation.
Get to raise money
while playing golf. That's a pretty good combination.
Yeah, I usually lose money while playing golf, so it's it's a nice little change for once.
You know, the fans throughout last year have been cheering us on, so it'll be nice to interact with them a little bit more and get to know them a little bit more.
What was it like talking to an NHL player?
It's super cool, but also you realize they're just like us. Like, they're not as tall when they're not on skates, and they're walking around with like stitches on their noses and bruises, but just normal people.
It's crazy. I've never been in the presence of so many like professional athletes at one time, so it's pretty cool.
They just want to be part of the community, and we want to be part of them, and it's just awesome to have this experience, to rub shoulders with them.
What this community has done for us in welcoming and cheering us on in the highs, the lows, for us to come out, to meet the people, to be a part of the community, it's the least we can do.
You nailed it on the head. Just the energy that they provide for us and the support and the love. Feel it when you're playing out there. You can feel it off the ice. It's truly a special spot to play, and we're all honored to be a part of it.
We were there last year in the inaugural season. It was amazing. And this year's going to be twice as good with the Mammoth and the energy that the team's already bringing.
I love hockey. I got in just because they were bringing them to Utah.
That was cool. The way it was organized, we had the opportunity to talk with a lot of people, you know. So we're going from station to station, met a ton of people. That was a lot of fun, and to see the people, the enthusiasm they had to meet the player and the coaches. That was fun.
Talk about a special evening. The season is just beginning, and we're already making memories. That'll do it for this edition of Inside Utah Mammoth. Thanks to everybody who helped put this show together. We'll be back next month for a brand new episode. See you then.